Why the 95% of traders lose money? You have probably heard that state so many times it barely means anything more anymore. But think about it, if almost everyone is losing, that means most people are thinking about what the market in the exact same way, and that is the way is wrong. It's not that they are stupid or lazy, cursed with bad luck. They simply walk into a game they don't understand with a mindset that turns them into prey from day one. In this video, we are not talking about the magic indicator or secret chart patterns. We are going to break down why the most traders fail, how smart money actually uses retail behaviors as fuel, and what you must change in your thinking if you do not want to be part of that 95% peoples. Let's start with the first problem, the retail mindset. When the most new traders open a chart, they all think the same way. Price breaks above resistance, breakout, I have to buy. RSI is oversold, reversal is coming, I will go long. Big bullish candle closes, finally confirmation, now it's safe. It feels logical, it feels textbook, but the market doesn't reward that what feels safe. In fact, those obvious levels and obvious signals are often where bigger players are quietly waiting to offload position and build a new ones. While most retail traders are excited by breakouts and confirmation candles, professionals are asking a different questions. Who is trapped here and where is the liquidity? The problem is not tools like support and resistance, RSI or candlestick pattern. The problem is using them without context as green light, red light signals instead of piece of a larger story. When you think like the herd, you naturally trade where the herd trades and usually get stopped exactly where the herd gets stopped. Price doesn't move because you are right. Price moves because someone bigger is bigger than you found enough orders to transact. Imagine a larger player wanting to buy a huge position. They can't just smash the market buy button. That would push price up against themselves and destroy their average entries. They need liquidity. Liquidity is simple. Other people's orders, stop losses, take profits. Breakout entries sitting at a certain price level. Where does the liquidity usually sit? Under obvious swing low, where everyone tucks their stop losses above clean equal highs. Where breakouts traders place their buy stops around textbook indicator signals, where retail traders gather and react in the same way at the same time. So when you see price suddenly spikes below low before reversing, that's often not random volatility, it's a liquidity grab. The market dipping into the pool of a sell stop, so large order, so large your players can buy from panic sellers. If you do not understand where liquidity is, you are not trading the move, you are feeding it. Even when traders start to understand structure and liquidity, many still lose for one simple reason: their emotion drives their decision. FOMO pushes them into a trade at the very end of a move. Fear makes them close winner too early and holds too long. Overconfidence makes them increase position size right after a big win. Doubt keeps them frozen. When the valid setup finally appears on the chart, they think they need a better indicator. In reality, they need a better relationship with uncertainty. The market is a probabilistic environment. No setup is 100%. Losses are not personal failures, they are the cost of doing business. The dangers comes from you respond to losses, be constantly changing your strategy, chasing a random trades, or trying to make it back quickly without a defined system and pre-committed rules. The charts becomes a mirror of your emotions, and the market is ruthless at monetizing emotional decisions. Most traders are obsessed with the surface of price. They zoom into single candle, look a hammer, it must reverse, engulfing bar, trend change. Candle do tell a story, but only inside a bigger context. A bullish candle in the middle of a nowhere might mean nothing. The same bullish candle that forms here after a sharp stop runs below a major low during a high liquidity session can means a lot. The real question are not what is the candle. The real question are not what is this candle called, but where is this candle happening. Did price just sweep a key highs or lows? Are trader trapped on the wrong side here in this move, heading toward a clean clear pool of liquidity? Without context, you are trading picture. With context, you are trading behavior. Now let's talk about professional versus amateur. Most losing traders do not actually have a process. Their routine looks like Open chart, scroll around, see something interesting, take a trade, move the stop loss after entry because it's just need room. Watch PNL tick and up and down, close the trade based on the fear and greed. That's not a process, that's reacting. A professional trader approaches the session differently before they make even opens. They know which market they will watch, where the key daily and weekly highs are lows here, and where obvious liquidity pool sits. They build scenario if the price sweeps yesterday low during London session or reject I look for long. If we run above last week high and stall, I look for signs of sharp breakout buyers. When they finally enter a trade, they already know their entries, their stop losses, their risk per trade, and their target area. No guessing mid trade, no moving the stop loss, just this one. No guessing mid trade, no moving the stop, just this once. They are not trying to predict the future, they are executing a probabilistic plan. So, how you do move from being a random and emotional to having a real edge. Step 1, pick a one framework and simplify. Stop hopping from one strategy to another every week. Choose one structured way of reading and the market and commit. Choose one structured way of reading the market and commit to it for a meaningful simple sample. 50 to 100 trade, define your time frames, how you mark key levels and lows, and what a valid setup actually looks like for you. Step 2, trade location, no, not just signals. Instead of asking is this bullish patterns, ask is this the right place or on the chart. Has price just swept an obvious highs or lows? Is there a clear pool of stop just above or below? If the location is poor, even the prettiest setup is trash. Your edge is not just a pattern, your edge is the pattern in the right place when with the right context and the right risk management. Next you need to think risk first, profit second. You don't control how far a trade will run in your favor. You do control how much you can lose in this trade. That means risking a small fixed percent of your account per trade, placing stop loss where your idea is clearly invalidated, not where it feels comfortable. Accepting that many small losses are price of staying in the game. Your first edge is your survival. Then comes refinement, and that's where journaling comes in. Most traders never review their trades seriously. They remember the pain, not the pattern. If you log screenshots, setups, emotions, and outcome for every trade, pattern will to start to appear. Which setup perform best, which times of the day hurt your results, of how often you break your own rules. That's how you turn trading from a random experience into a craft you can actually improve. Let's bring it all together. Most trader fails not because market are impossible, because they approach them with the same mindset as everyone else. They chase signals without context. They do not understand liquidity, so they become liquidity. Their emotions override their rules if they even have rules. They focus on the candlesticks names instead of market structure, and they trade without a real edge. Process reacting to every tick. If you want to stop trading like a 95% of the traders, you must think differently from this. See the market as a hunt for liquidity, not a collection for random price bombs. Trade locations and behavior, not just patterns and indicators. Build a simple, consistent framework and execute it with discipline. Control risk first and use journalizing to refine your edge. Time you need to predict the future. You do not need to predict the future, you need to understand the game. Choose your spot carefully, manage your risk, and let probability do its job. If this helped reframe how you see trading, let me know in the comments what you struggle with most right now. It discipline, entries, exit, or something else? And if you want to more deep dive into how market behavior really works, make sure to like and subscribe my channel. Trade smart and trade with context. And I will say again, please like and subscribe my channel for more valuable content, please.